Hi, Jenny here. In this video we are going to grow our own amethyst geodes. So I made a video, one previous to this one, it'll be in my feed somewhere, but I had bought this kit, the Smithsonian crystal growing geodes, crystal growing kit, many moons ago, and finally got around to actually making these. So my daughter helped me make the crystal rocks. So see the nice big crystals on there and everything. Wow. Our crystal rock came out to be like this. So I have one big crystal that grew on there. That was pretty awesome. And there's a bunch of little crystals that are all across the top of the rock, which when it hits the light just right, it sparkles really nicely. But in any case, so if you want to see how we did these, you can watch a previous video. There are 3 different steps to this kit. There were 3 different things to grow. There were the crystals like that. There are some amethyst type geodes, and then there was another way of growing crystals from the seed crystals we got from the first one here. There were extra crystals that grew along the tray. And stuff are left at the bottom of the bucket after we used up all the liquid. And you use some of those crystals, put it back in some liquid, and those are supposed to grow some more. So we're going to see how these amethyst geodes will work out. Okay, second part of the experiment. We need to make some geodes. So we need our little geode cup that was in part of the whole mold thing that we cut apart. And we need cup C. Those are going to fit together in there. We are going to need our, is it poly bag 9 or whatever, that has our geode shell material in there. We're going to need the part that we saved from bag 3 from our crystal, our frosty diamond. Measuring cup for measuring some water out, and then a couple stir sticks. So first we have to mix these 2 bags together so they're well mixed. Piece of paper is big enough. Save your bag because we're going to have to put some of this back in here. Alright, so after it's well mixed, measure it out half and half. I'm going to cut this out because now we have to pour half of this into our mold, pour half of this back in the bag. So ultimately we're going to make 2 geodes, so we have, that's why we have half of this material in here for the one, and then half the material we'll do after this one hardens, which is going to take about 30 minutes. So. Alright, I mix how much water?
13 milliliters.
Okay, so we have 15 milliliters of water. We're supposed to have 13, but then again, that's teeny tiny, man. So we'll see how that works, or if we're gonna need more or what. But we're supposed to very quickly mix this all up. It doesn't harden. Aha. Some mush and some hard.
It goes very quickly.
Yeah, well. Alright. Well, it still seems a little too wet, but then you gotta form it into a geode. Well, there we go. Yeah, it hardened. Ah. So we'll have a very funky shaped geode. Now we let it sit and dry for half an hour.
Someone said work quickly.
Alrighty. Okay. We're also going to start our last experiment. So we have this little fishing wire. We need to cut it into 4-inch sections.
I don't feel like this last section is gonna be 4 inches. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Probably not.
4 inches?
Oh,
right
wow.
here.
There we go.
Okay. Well, then we only really need 3 seed crystals. 1, 2, 3. Our prettiest.
So we're going to use some of our crystals that we had from the bottom of the bucket. And we're going to glue those to our fishing wire. And let that dry. And go from there. So we're going to let that dry. And then we'll dip that in a solution and see if we can grow more crystals. It's been half an hour, so we shall see if this is dry enough. It's pretty dry. Push it.
Yeah. Like that.
Push it even. Well, it dried alright.
Can you like, no, it's plastic, never mind.
You try.
Wow. I was gonna say like try to free it by going like that. Like
Yay!
that.
Look at that! Magic fingers. Woo! Looks very nice on that side. Nice and smooth. And then there's my
Down a bit. There you go.
my very unsmooth inside. It's alright. Crystals will grow on there. Alright, we're gonna do that one more time. Ouch, that's pokey.
Pokey?
Yeah.
That was hard plaster.
Alright. Let's change these up just because it's got stuff on it now. Okay, other half of our mixture. We've got our water measured out. I can use the other half of this popsicle stick. And do it again.
I think that's a bit more than half.
That's not what I had last time.
Yes.
One over, yeah. And just a little bit more because I made a divot. Alright, here goes nothing. Still still think I could use more water, but to work quickly. Fast, fast,
Even
fast.
faster than last time. Come on.
All the wet stuff's up here. I gotta get it all down to the drawer.
Better divot.
And it's starting to dry. And I don't even have it all mixed. Can I get a little bit more water? Tad.
Pardon dear viewers.
Okay.
Let's
Yeah. It may take a little longer than half an hour to dry, but you know, got it more mixed. Alright, so we can go. Rah. Ah. No. It doesn't want to stick. And stay. It's already hard. Oh. Well, I got one good one. Yeah. This one. Not so much. Unless I try just to add more water. See, I ruin it. Will do anything.
Thank you.
No. I won't do anything now.
I'm too concerned with your mixing.
Well, I wanted to get it all applesauce consistency, so then I could
No, I can't go doing
get
that.
it up the sides. Oh well. So be it.
Our nice pretty geode mold.
Alright, so our filaments are glued to the crystals. Hold on, show them that. They're sticking. Okay, so now we're going to take them just spaced evenly apart on a pencil so that what it's not going to hit the bottom.
And it's not going to hit the sides and they aren't going to hit each other.
Okay. So
I have the goggles on again. I'm making a point to point this out. I think this needs to move.
So, yep, we have our 4 crystals. I don't know if we're going to focus. We have our 4 crystals
hard to.
hanging. Okay, let's try that. I don't know. May or may not be in focus. Okay, put it in the container. So we're going to put that in C. We made sure the crystals weren't touching each other and they're not going to touch the bottom. So,
I am behind you.
okay, so now to grow more crystals onto these seed crystals, we are going to take our water that we had left from our first experiment and we're going to put that into this container. And let it go for a couple days and we'll see what we have. eye protection engaged, seeing as glasses are not being worn.
It's my day off.
Crystals are completely covered with water. Once again, don't know if any of that is focusing or not, but that's where we're at, and we're supposed to let it sit for a couple days, and we'll see how many more crystals attach to themselves to that and how big that those grow. We'll try to pop this second one out of its shell. It did not turn out as well as the first one, but see what we can do. Boom. Alrighty. Well, that was easy. So try. Still feels a little wet. So again, kind of smooth on the back, kind of see-through in some areas, but the inside is really rough and loose. Loosey-goosey. Alrighty, now to make our geodes, we need to boil 380 milliliters of water again, and then we will mix our crystals in with that. So boil the water.
We're boiling it in that?
Yeah.
Okay.
So this is purple Amethyst Geode powder, growing chemical.
This is also apparently aluminum potassium sulfate.
Ooh, it's black. So this powder is black as opposed to the last powder that was white. Alright, so we have the water in there for 4 minutes, and it was boiling. So now we will pour it in our mixture.
Oh, it's a nice purple.
Oh, okay. Dark, can you see anything in it?
No, but I can feel it.
Can you feel it? I was gonna say,
Yeah.
I don't hear it.
I'm trying to go slow so I don't splash myself again.
Yeah. And once it's well mixed, we're gonna let it cool for 5 minutes. Alright, so now we're gonna take these pretty geodes that I made and put that in the cup.
Both of them?
With the opening side up. Yep. This one turned out really crummy, but we'll see what happens.
Just means that one will grow the best.
So I'm gonna try to have it so they just don't touch each other, but they can touch the sides, that's fine. So once again, crystals will probably also grow along the sides and the bottom. If need be, I could put some other rocks in there to help hold them steady. We'll see how this goes. So, you want to do it? You want me to?
I'll do that.
Okay.
I didn't realize you were filming and talking.
Yes. So now we're going to pour our purple liquid that we just kind of mixed up there. It was black, but it comes out purple. And we're going to just pour that in until it fills it up to the rim. Don't mind the plant. Plant says, I want to be there
This
too.
is
Just
probably
keep
going
going.
to dribble down the...
Just keep going. Just fill. You can fill it up even into the geode because it's got to fill the whole container.
Yeah.
You're fine. Go.
Here we go.
There we go. Perfect. So be it. Geodes moved a little bit in there. They should be fine. Can't even see them.
They're in there somewhere.
Yeah. You can't really see. I see a little bit of an outline of one there, but we'll give this a couple days or longer, just so I can see what I can see and see what crystals start growing. Once again, don't know if this will really focus or not, but it is almost 10:30 p.m. Looks like we lost 2 crystals. They're laying on the bottom. Glue let loose of them. Well, actually both of them. So we've got 2 crystals hanging. So we'll see about that. And then you can kind of see a little film layer on the top of this one. My daughter just showing her light on there as we're looking at the crystals, and this is all very sparkly, so we'll see what we see tomorrow. 10:30 a.m. Can still just see the little crystal layer on top of there. Obviously can't see through the water, don't know what's going on. And on this one, we still have the two crystals. So neither of those two fell off. I don't see anything growing on them yet, but that's where we're at. Tuesday, July 4th, 11:30 a.m. It almost looks to be that there are some crystals growing along the edges of the geodes that are in there. So we'll just let it sit for more, let the water keep evaporating, see what's going on. And then with this one, I don't see anything growing. I don't know how I'm gonna focus. Maybe still have the two crystals in there, and this is all blurry. But I don't see anything growing. It is Wednesday, July 5th, 11 a.m. And I can see, looks like a little bit of crystal growth going on. Again, as I kind of pointed out the other day, looks like there's some stuff growing. We shall see. And in this one, looks like I can see some speckles along the top of the water. I don't know if you can see that or not. I still don't see any crystal growth on the crystals in the water. Thursday, July 6th, 12:30 p.m. So the water is evaporating enough that I can actually see that the crystals are growing. So again, I think I'll give this till Sunday when I have more time, that I can actually take it out, dry it, and we'll see what actually grew. Plus I think a week's time will be a good amount of time to see what will happen. And in this one, I still see the two crystals floating in there. I'm gonna check my footage. I don't know if you guys can see anything or not. But that one actually looks a little fatter. The one on the right is still pretty thin. Friday, July 7th, 3:30 p.m. Water's evaporating. We can see some more crystals growing. So we started these geodes Sunday, July 2nd. Today is Monday, July 10th. So I'll give it a week. I don't remember what time frame they said to really give it, but they've been sitting in the solution. The solution has been evaporating. We're gonna see what these look like when we take them out of here. So, feels like there's some loose crystals in there. I feel it falling off in my hand. Looks like there's some loose stuff. It is purple on the inside, so it does look kind of amethysty. Pretty neat. I'm going to put them off on some paper towel here to dry. Let's see if I... Also interesting that there are crystals all along... Dripping on my table. That I don't want. Okay, so anyways, there are also crystals like all around the back of here too. There's like a little open area here, but there are, just like on my rock, how I had crystals all over and stuff. So that's interesting. I thought these were gonna fall out. These are, oh, they're a little loose in there. I think this, yeah, this was my better shaped geode. Then I had a geode that I didn't do so well on that formed a kind of silly. Ooh. Yeah, as I touch some of this stuff, I can feel it's, yeah, gonna fall off. Because some of it looks kind of white and clear in there. The rest of it's all purple around, which is nice, but there's some clear stuff in there. You can't tell how crummy I made that the shell form of the plaster of Paris shell form that this can all grow on, because now it's covered in crystals, so it looks okay. And also I can feel the same on the back. There's also crystals all across the back here, which also some are falling off on my hand, some okay. But again, we'll let these dry and see what they look like then. All right, and then the other type of crystals we were trying to grow was, we took the fluid, the liquid from the very first experiment. We took the seed crystals that ended up growing, and we were supposed to dip these in there. And these are supposed to grow into big, more crystals. Let's see. But they, as far as I can tell, they didn't really do anything. This one looks a little bit thicker, but I was expecting kind of like if you ever done crystal candy or see that type of, you know, candy in the store, what was crystal candy on a stick? I expected these to have more crystals growing off and down, but they did not. So that one was kind of a fail. So there you have it. We grew some amethyst looking geodes. Obviously it's not real amethyst. It's just some clear crystals with some purple in there. You see, like, this one looks a little more white all inside. Kind of funny, some of those crystals that seem a little bit loose that they might be falling off. And then this one is more purple inside. So, kind of neat though. So there you go. If you ever get one of those Smithsonian experiment kits, whatever, they're pretty neat. That was fun. It was fun to do, if anything. I will probably add those to my collection in my credenza of all my other stones and rocks. Have something pretty to look at in remembrance of, yeah, growing some crystals, you know, with my daughter. So that's the end of this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Like I said, I had fun growing the crystals, even though, you know, it took some time and the one didn't really work out, but again, it was still fun to do. So let me know down in the comments down below if you've ever had one of these types of kits, and if you've grown everything, anything, or what your kit was about. That's it from me. I hope you guys are doing well. Keep it positive. Go make it a great day. Bye-bye.